Good morning, students. In last class, we discussed the confidence interval for mu in the case of large samples. In that case, the confidence interval is mu is equal to x bar minus z alpha by 2 into sigma by root n, comma x bar plus z alpha by 2 into sigma by root n. Now, today I am going to explaining the interval estimation for the population mean. Interval estimation for the population mean. In small samples. Small samples means the value of n less than 30. In that case, the population mean mu is x bar minus t alpha by 2 into s by root n, comma x bar plus t alpha by 2 into s by root n. In the previous case, or in large samples case, mu is x bar minus z alpha by 2 into sigma by root n plus comma x bar plus z alpha by 2 into sigma by root n. Here in small samples, mu is x bar minus t alpha by 2 into s by root n, comma x bar plus t alpha by 2 into s by root n. What is x bar? X bar is mean of the sample. X bar is mean of the sample. N, size of the sample. That is less than 30. S, standard deviation of the sample, SD of the sample. Alpha, failure rate, that is either 1% or 5% or 10%. T alpha by 2 is the critical value of the T distribution that is T distribution with V n minus 1 degrees of freedom. First calculate alpha, either 1% or 5% or 10%, then divide by 2. Then T distribution, critical value of the T distribution with V n minus 1 degrees of freedom. And here the calculation of S is 1 by root n minus 1 sigma equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square under root. This is the value of S, or the formula of S. Here the n value less than 30. If n value less than 30, in the statement of the problem standard deviation is there, that is denoted by S. If n value greater than or equal to 30, then the standard deviation will be nothing but sigma. Try to understand the difference between large samples and small samples. In large samples, standard deviation nothing but sigma. In small samples, standard deviation nothing but S. And in large samples, critical value is Z alpha by 2. In small samples, critical value T alpha by 2 with V n minus 1 degrees of freedom. That T alpha by 2 values are obtained from the T distribution, but Z alpha by 2 values are 3. That is 2.575 with 99% confidence, 1.96 with 95% confidence, 1.645 with 90% confidence. But here we get the value of T alpha by 2 from the T distribution table corresponding to the V n minus 1 degrees of freedom, and the value of S is root over 1 by n minus 1 I equal 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square. And what about x bar? X bar is summation of all the elements by n. Here maximum error E is equal to maximum error E is equal to T alpha by 2 into S by root n. Maximum error E is T alpha by 2 into S by root n. Maximum error E of estimating the sample mean in small samples is E is equal to T alpha by 2 into S by root n. That is the maximum error formula. In large samples, maximum error is Z alpha by 2 into sigma by root n. This is the interval estimation for the population mean in small samples. Once again, mu is x bar minus T alpha by 2 into S by root n, comma x bar plus T alpha by 2 into S by root n. This is the lower limit of mu. This is the upper limit of mu, in which x bar represents the mean of the sample, n size of the sample, but strictly n less than 30, and S standard deviation of the sample, and the calculation of S is this one, root over 1 by n minus 1 sigma equal 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square, and alpha is failure rate, that is either 1% or 5% or 10%. Maximum error E is T alpha by 2 into S by root n. S by root n. Then coming to the problems, in which the first problem is a random sample of size 10 was taken from a population comma SD of a sample is 0.03. Find the maximum error with 99% confidence. A random sample of size 10 was taken from a normal population, comma standard deviation of a sample is 0.03. Find the maximum error with 99% confidence. And clearly n is 10. N equal to size of the sample is 10. Less than 30. Nothing but small samples. S standard deviation of the sample. 0.03. Confidence 99%. Alpha 1%. 0.01. Alpha by 2 0.005, comma V n minus 1. What is n? 10. 10 minus 1, 9 degrees of freedom. N size of the sample is 10, less than 30. S standard deviation of a sample 0.03. Confidence 99%. Alpha 1%, that is 0.01. alpha by 2 0.005, V degrees of freedom is n minus 1, that is equal to 9 degrees of freedom. Then T alpha by 2 value corresponds to 0.0005 comma 9 degrees of freedom. See the table. In the first column, degrees of freedom are there. In this one, identify the 9. Then in top, in the table, in the top, alpha values are there. That is 0.01, 0.02, like that. And then here 0.005. 0.005. This value is 3.25 from the table. 3.25 from the table. Then this is 3.25 from the table. Therefore, maximum error E is equal to maximum error E is T alpha by 2 into S by root n. T alpha by 2 value 3.25 from the table, S value 0.03 by root 10, that equal to 0.0325. That is the maximum error of estimating the sample mean when the size of the sample is 10. Once again, a random sample of size 10 was taken from a population, comma, SD of a sample is 0.03. Find the maximum error with 99% confidence. First, identify the value of n. Then decide whether it is large or small. Here n value 10, less than 30, means it is a small sample. N value more than 30 or equal to 30, then it is a large sample. Large sample is last class topic. Then large sample means standard deviation denoted by S, that is 0.03. Confidence is 99%. Alpha is 1%, that equal 0.01. Alpha by 2 0.005. V n minus 1. The formula for V is n minus 1. N is 10. 10 minus 1. 9 degrees of freedom. Therefore, T alpha by 2 value obtained corresponds to the 0.005 comma 9. That is 3.25 from the T distribution table. T distribution table. It is a direct value from the table. How to see the table? First, identify the 9 degrees in the first column of the table. And next, at the top, alpha values are there. Here alpha value 0.005. This is the total alpha value. This is the failure rate, 0.005. Then the maximum error is E is equal to T alpha by 2 into S by root n. We know T alpha by 2, S value and root n, that is equal to 0.0325. That is the maximum error of estimating the sample mean when the sample size is n less than 30. Suppose n value more than or equal to 30, then maximum error formula is Z alpha by 2 in place of T by Z. S by sigma. Both sigma and S represent standard deviations, but S represents standard deviation of the sample. Sigma represents standard deviation of the population by root n. The next problem is a sample of 11 rats. Sample of 11 rats from a certain population, from a central population, had an average blood viscosity an average blood viscosity of 3.92 with a SD of 0.61. Estimate the 95% confidence limits for the mean blood viscosity of the population. Mean blood viscosity of the population. For the mean blood viscosity of the population. A sample of 11 rats. So n is equal to size of the sample is n, size of the sample is equal to 11 rats. X bar, average blood viscosity or mean of the sample. Mean of the sample is 3.92. Standard deviation of the sample is 0.61. Estimate the alpha or confidence is 95%. So alpha equal to 5%, that equal to 0.05. Alpha by 2, 0.025. V n-1 DOF, that is equal to 11-1, 10 DOF, degrees of freedom. Therefore, T alpha by 2 value with 0.025, 10 degrees of freedom is 2.23 from the table. 2.23 from the table. Therefore, confidence limits is mu equal to x bar minus T alpha by 2 into S by root n, comma x bar plus T alpha by 2 into S by root n. Then mu is, what about x bar? 3.92 minus T alpha by 2, 2.23 into S, 0.61 by n, root 11, comma 3.92 plus 2.23 into 0.61 by root 11. So the value of mu is lies in between 3.51, 4.33. Once again, here n is size of the sample is 11. X bar is mean of the sample 3.92. S, standard deviation of the sample 0.61. Confidence is 95%. So alpha remaining 5%, that is 0.05. Alpha by 2, 0.025. V n-1 degrees of freedom, that is equal to 11-1, 10 degrees of freedom. T alpha by 2 with 0.025, that is the value of alpha by 2, comma n-1, 10, that is 2.23 from the T distribution table. First identify the degrees of freedom in the first column in the table, and at the top identify 0.025. Then the corresponding value is 2.23. So confidence limits is formula mu is x bar minus T alpha by 2 into S by root n, comma x bar plus T alpha by 2 into S by root n. We know all values. Substitute, we get the value of mu is lies in between 3.51 and 4.33. 3.51 and 4.33. Then coming to the next problem, a random sample of 10 boys had the following IQs. 70, 120, 110, 101, 88, 83, 95, 98, 107, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Find a confidence interval for the population mean with 95% confidence. Confidence interval for the population mean with 95% confidence. Random sample of 10 boys. So in the solution, n is 10. N equal to size of the sample is 10. Less than 30, small sample. And confidence is 95%. Alpha is 5%, that equals 0.05. Alpha by 2, 0.025. V, n minus 1, that is 10 minus 1, 9 degrees of freedom. And to calculate the value of x bar and s, we have x bar is 1 by n, sigma equal to 1 to n, xi, and the calculation of s square is 1 by n minus 1, sigma equal to 1 to n, xi minus x bar whole square. So we have to calculate x bar and s square with these following values: 70, 120, 110, 101, 88, 83, 95, 98, 107 and 100. Then calculate x bar, s square. Then calculate the confidence interval. Here n is size of the sample is 10, less than 30 is small sample. So confidence is 95%. Remaining 5% is alpha, that is 0.05. Alpha by 2, 0.025. V, n minus 1, 10 minus 1, 9 degrees of freedom. And calculate x bar and s square. In previous case, x bar, s all are given. Here values are given. Random sample values are given. So with the help of random samples, we can calculate x bar and s square using these two formulas. X bar formula, sigma equal to 1 to n xi by n. S square is I equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square by n minus 1. So calculate x bar and s square for these two formulas for the above values. Then construct the confidence interval. Now calculate x bar and s square. For this one, we construct the table for calculations. For this, first x bar equal to 1 by n, sigma equal to 1 to n, xi, that equal to 70 plus 120 plus 110 plus 101 plus 88 plus 83 plus 95 plus 98 plus 107 plus 100 by 10, that equal to 972 by 10, 97.2. 97.2, that is the value of x bar. Now s square is 1 by n minus 1 sigma equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square, that is 1 by 10 minus 1 into 70 minus 97.2 whole square plus second value 120 minus 97.2 whole square, so on, plus 107 minus 97.2 whole square plus 100 minus 97.2 whole square. Each value minus its corresponding mean whole square. That is equal to 1833.60 by 9. That equal to 203.73. That is the value of s square. Then s is equal to root over 203.73, 14.27. So first calculate x bar, that is 70 plus 120 plus 110 so on plus 98 plus 107 plus 100 by 10, that is 972 by 10, 97.2. s square 1 by n minus 1 sigma xi minus x bar whole square, so that is 70 minus 97.2 whole square, 120 minus 97.2 whole square plus 110 minus 97.2 whole square, so on, last 107 minus 97.2 whole square plus 100 minus 97.2 whole square. So the value of s square is 203.73, s is 14.27. That is the calculation of x bar and s. First n, size of the sample, small sample, confidence 95%, alpha 5%, alpha by 2 0.025, v n minus 1, that is 9 degrees of freedom. Then calculate x bar and s square using the formulas. And these are the calculations of x bar and s. Therefore, confidence interval is for mu is mu equal to x bar minus t alpha by 2 into s by root n, comma x bar plus t alpha by 2 into s by root n. So mu is x bar is 97.2 minus 2. T alpha by 2 value 2.26 into s value 14.27 by n root 10, comma 97.2 plus 2.26 into 14.27 by root 10. Here what is T alpha by 2? T alpha by 2 value is T alpha by 2 with 0.025 and 9 degrees of freedom is 2.26 from the table. So the value of mu is, after the simplification, the value of mu is 87, 107.4. This is the value of mu. First calculate x bar. Here n is size of the sample 10 less than 30, confidence 95%. So remaining 5% is alpha 0.05, alpha by 2 0.025, v n minus 1 10 minus 1 9 degrees of freedom. So T alpha by 2 with 0.025, 9 degrees of freedom from the table is 2.26. Then calculate x bar using this formula, s square using this formula, x bar formula, s square formula. confidence 95%, alpha 5%, 0.05, V n minus 1 9 degrees of freedom. So T alpha by 2 with 0.025 comma 9 is 2.26 from the table. Then calculate x bar s square like this. Then confidence interval for the mean. In previous problem, directly x bar, s all are given. In this model, instead of x bar and s, only random sample values are given. That is 10 number of values are given. That is a small sample. In that case, first calculate x bar, s square using these two formulas like this one. Then construct the confidence interval. So we have two models in confidence interval, especially in sample space, small sample case. One is directly x bar and s are given. Or second model is instead of x bar and s, only random sample values are given. In that case, we can calculate x bar and s square using these two formulas. But the procedure is this one. Then construct the confidence interval. That is the T distribution. This is the confidence interval for the population mean mu in small samples. Small samples means n value less than 30. And previous class topic is confidence interval for the population mean in small samples, that is n value greater than 30. And try to understand the difference between large sample case and small sample case. And identify the differentiation between these two, between large sample case and small sample case. What is the main difference? In large sample Z alpha by 2, in small samples T alpha by 2. In large samples standard deviation nothing but sigma, in small samples standard deviation nothing but s. That is the main difference between these two. And in large samples n value more than or equal to 30, in small samples n value less than 30. So first identify the sample size, then identify the sample belongs to either large or small, then decide the confidence interval. Mu is equal to this one. Next identify the confidence rate, then failure rate denoted by alpha. Then identify the critical value from the T distribution or from the normal distribution. Normal means Z, T distribution means T alpha by 2. Then construct the confidence interval. Now the next topic is F distribution. This F distribution can be used to test the equality of several population means. The detailed explanation of F distribution will be covered in coming unit 5th unit. Just we are discuss the how to get the values of F distribution from the table. That is the main objective of this one. This F distribution can be used to test the equality of several population means and comparing of sample variances with the help of the formula F is equal to S1 square by S2 square. And the F distribution table value is F alpha of V1 comma V2, where V1 is n minus 1 degrees of freedom and V2 is n2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. How to get the value of F distribution? This F distribution value corresponds to the alpha, V1 and V2. Alpha means either 1% or 5% or 10%. V1 means n1 minus 1 degrees of freedom, in which n1 is size of the first sample, V2 is n2 minus 1, n2 is the size of the second sample, S1 square is the variance of the first sample, S2 square is the variance of the second sample. And we know the formula for S square, 1 by n minus 1, I equal 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square. First S1 square means n by n1, S2 square means n by n2. So V1 is n1 minus 1, V2 is n2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. This is the F distribution table. But what is the object of F distribution? This F distribution can be used to test the equality of several population means or comparing of several sample variances using this formula. And F distribution value is F alpha corresponds to the V1 comma V2, where V1 is N1 minus 1, V2 is N2 minus 1. Both are at degrees of freedom. Then for this one, I can explain one problem. For an F distribution, comma, find first bit F suffix 0.05 with V1 equal to 7, V2 equal to 15. V1 is 7, V2 is 15. For this one, the value is F suffix 0.05 comma 7 comma 15. 7 comma 15. That value is 2.71 from the table. First identify the V1 in the first column, V2 at the top column, in that alpha 0.05, that is 2.71. There is a direct value from the table. Second one, B, F 0.01 with V1 equal to 24 and V2 is equal to 19. So this value is F 0.01 with 24 comma 19, that value is 2.92 directly from the table, 2.92. Then coming to the C bit, F 0.95 with V1 equal to 19 and V2 is equal to 24. For this one, F 0.925 at 19 comma 24 is nothing but 1 by F suffix 0.05 with 24 comma 19. F suffix 0.995 19 comma 24 is 1 by 0.95. 1 minus 0.95 is 0.05. Reverse 24 comma 19. From the table, this value is 1 by 2.11, that equals 0.473933. And then B bit, F suffix 0.99 28 comma 12. This is also nothing but 1 by with V1 is equal to 28 and V2 is equal to 12. And this solution is F suffix 0.99 with 28 comma 12 will be nothing but 1 by F suffix 0.01 12 comma 28. 1 minus 0.99 means 0.01, 12 comma 28, that is equal to 1 by, from the table, 2.90. This value is 2.90 and this value is 0.34482. And this is the calculation of it. This is very important problem. Only 4 bits are there. Its weightage is 8 marks. Each one is 2 marks. Simple one. Directly from the table. No calculations. F 0.05 with V1 7, V2 15. First V1. In V1 identify 7. In V2 identify 15. At alpha identify 0.05. Then identify the corresponding value in between 0.05, 7 and 15, that is 2.71 from the table. Similarly, F suffix 0.01 with V1 24, V2 19. First identify V1 24, V2 19, alpha 0.01, then round the value. Common to 24, 19 and 0.01, that is 2.92 from the table. These two are direct one. Next two are indirect one. F 0.95 with 19 comma 24. V1 19, V2 24 is 1 by 0.95, 1 minus 0.95, 0.05. So 1 by reciprocal of f suffix 0.05, 24 comma 19. 24 comma 19. This value from the table is 2.1 by 1 by 2.11. Then this value 0.473933. F suffix 0.99, 28 comma 12 with V1 28, V2 12. F suffix 0.99, 28 comma 12 is 1 by 1 minus 0.99, 0.01. Reciprocal of this one 12 comma 28 is 1 by 2.90, 0.34482. Since we have the table for F distribution only for 0.01 and 0.05. Only for 0.01 and 0.05. So try to convert 0.95 or 0.99 into either 0.05 or 0.01 like this. These two are direct, these two are indirect. So 0.95 convert into 0.05, 0.99 into 0.01 using this formula. F 0.95, V1 comma V2 is 1 by F suffix 0.05, V2 comma V1. F suffix 0.99, V1 comma V2 is 1 by F suffix 0.01, V2 comma V1. Then see the value from the table. In the reciprocally, we get the F distribution values. This is very important problem for F distribution. And this F distribution is used to test the equality of several population means and comparing of sample variances using the formula S1 square by S2 square, where S1 square is the variance of the first sample, S2 square is the variance of the second sample. And F alpha V1 comma V2 is V1, F distribution value is F alpha V1 comma V2, where V1 is N1 minus 1, V2 is N2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. Thank you. Stop good.